Fabulous. So here we are in our second session looking at overwhelm. I hope you enjoyed the last session. I really enjoyed sharing that one. We're going to be doing another hypnotic journey at the end of this one. It's a format that we've used before, but it was nice to hear people got a lot from it. And last week, well, not last week, but last session, Monday, we explored the nature. Sorry, I've just done one of the concerts from the schools, so my head's a bit. Um, last session, we explored the nature of overwhelm and discovered that often the problem isn't that life suddenly becomes impossible, it's that we gradually begin carrying more than we're aware of. We're also explored the idea that there's always a little space between what happens around us and how we respond. Tonight, I'd like to build on that because finding space is one thing, recognizing when we're beginning to lose it, that's another. One of the interesting things about overwhelm is that it rarely arrives all at once. It has a habit of just creeping in quietly. Perhaps you become a little more impatient. Perhaps you start even just sighing more often. Perhaps you stop listening quite as well. Perhaps you notice yourself rushing or avoiding or becoming unusually tired, feeling irritated by things that normally wouldn't bother you. And for each of us, the signs are different, but they are usually there. Imagine driving a car. There are warning lights on the dashboard. The fuel gauge doesn't wait until the tank is empty before letting you know. The temperature gauge doesn't wait until the engine has seized. The car gives you information whilst there's still time to respond. And our minds and bodies do exactly the same thing. The question is, are we noticing? Or have we become so used to ignoring those little warning lights that we don't see them until everything feels too much? One of the greatest skills we can develop isn't learning how to recover from overwhelm. It's learning how to notice it sooner, because the earlier you notice it, the earlier it is to respond wisely. Many years ago, I realized something about myself. When I'm centered, I don't actually do life differently. I simply experience it differently. Same people, same work, same responsibilities, but somehow there's a steadiness underneath it all. Almost as though I'm standing on solid ground instead of trying to balance on shifting sand. And I suspect many of you have experienced something similar. Moments when life hasn't become easier, but you have somehow become more present within it. And the interesting thing is that our center never really disappears, we lose touch with it. Think of the sun on a cloudy day. Clouds come and go, the sun remains exactly where it always was. And our sense of steadiness can feel rather like that. Hidden, perhaps, forgotten for a while, certainly, but not gone. One of the simplest ways of beginning that return is through something we carry with us every moment of every day: our breathing. And I'm not going to tell you there's one perfect way to breathe, and there's certainly lots of I meditate videos when we've looked at breathing. Different situations call for different things. But almost everyone notices that when they're rushing, their breathing changes. When they're anxious, their breathing changes. When they're calm, their breathing changes again. The breath doesn't just reflect how we're feeling, it can gently influence how we feel too. Sometimes simply noticing one slow, comfortable breath is enough to interrupt the moment of overwhelm. Not solve everything, just interrupt it. And sometimes that's all we need. Creates that space again. The same is true of the body. If you ever notice that when you're stressed, your shoulders creep upwards almost without asking your permission, or your jaw tightens, or you begin walking faster, our bodies tell us the story long before our minds catch up. And because of that, they can also become the doorway back. Relax the shoulders, unclench the jaw, feel your feet on the floor, take one easier breath. None of these things are magic, but together they remind the nervous system we're here, we're safe enough to pause. Over the years, can't speak. Over the years, I've found it helpful to think of having an inner center, a place within us that doesn't simply disappear because life becomes busy. We all know what it's like to lose touch with it, to feel scattered, pulled in 10 different directions. But we also know those moments when we somehow come back to ourselves. Perhaps a walk, gardening, listening to music, doing a bit of craft or reading, sitting quietly with a cup of tea, watching the sea. That's a personal favourite. And when we're in meditation. Those moments remind us that our centre was never lost. We simply remembered where it was. So perhaps the question isn't, how do I stop feeling overwhelmed? Perhaps the question is, how quickly can I notice and then gently return? Because returning is a skill. And like every skill, it becomes easier with practice. So in a few moments, we'll move into our hypnotic journey. As you relax, I'd simply invite you to become curious. Perhaps your unconscious mind already knows what it feels like to be deeply centered. Perhaps it remembers places or experiences or qualities that reconnect you with that quiet steadiness within. And perhaps tonight, it can begin making that pathway just a little easier to find. So that each time life becomes busy, each time the warning lights begin to appear, you naturally remember the way back to yourself. And so let's move into that part of our session. Have a fidget, get comfortable. And I did realize that last time I didn't, because this is a journey, sometimes people can worry about the visualization side of stuff. Do not worry if you are not seeing this as a movie in your mind. When I ask you to imagine, to picture things, just asking you to think about it, however you do that. And for some people, that will be with images. For some people, it will just be a knowing, just oh yeah, I know what that is, and just. But to know what it is, even if you're not picturing it, your mind is picturing it. So it's a win-win. Have a fidget, get comfortable. Let's just take 3 deep breaths together. And you may choose to close your eyes on the first, to relax, to go within, or the second, to relax and go within, or the third, to relax and go within. But whenever you choose to relax, go within and enter trance, I know you can get the most from this tonight. So let's take a deep breath in, hold it, breathe out. Breathing in, hold it, breathe out. Breathing in, hold it, and breathe out. If you've not done so already, just allow your eyes to close. And perhaps before we properly begin, there really isn't anything you have to do. Because so often when people think about relaxing, they imagine that relaxation is something they must achieve, as though there were a right way or a wrong way. And yet, you've already done something important. You've arrived. You chose to be here. And sometimes that is all the unconscious mind has been waiting for. So simply allow yourself to settle. Whatever position you're in, sitting, lying, just allow yourself to feel comfortable now. Perhaps noticing the way your body already knows how to support itself. The chair or the bed or the floor beneath you supporting. The gentle rhythm of your breathing. Without changing it, simply becoming curious about it. Because curiosity is such an interesting thing. The moment you become curious about your breathing, you may notice it changing. Or perhaps not. And either response is perfectly right. You might notice the coolness of the air as you breathe in, the slightly warmer feeling as you breathe out. Or perhaps you notice something entirely different because your experience is your own. And so as you continue listening, there may be moments when my words seem important, and other moments when they just simply drift into the background. Just like listening to the sound of rain whilst you're reading a favourite book. You know the rain is there, but you do not need to pay attention to every single drop. Your unconscious can do that for you. And while one part of your mind simply listens, another part can begin remembering something it has never really forgotten. How to become comfortably absorbed. Because you've done this before. Perhaps whilst watching a sunset, driving along a familiar road, reading a novel, listening to music, or simply staring into a fire. Those moments where time begins to soften. And the outer world seems just a little further away, while your inner world becomes a little closer. So just notice, without trying, which feels easier. Following your breathing or listening to the sound of my voice. And if your attention moves from one to the other, that's perfectly fine. Because each time it wanders, it discovers another reason to settle a little more deeply. And so now I'd like you to imagine not creating anything, simply remembering a place where you have felt peaceful. Perhaps somewhere you've been. Perhaps somewhere only your imagination has ever visited. Perhaps it doesn't even have a clear picture yet. Only a feeling, a thought, and that's enough. Notice what you notice there. The light, the colours, the sounds, sense of space. Perhaps the temperature of the air. And with every comfortable breath, it can seem as though you're becoming just a little more present in that place. Whilst the outside world quietly continues taking care of itself. There is nowhere else to be. Nothing else to solve. Nothing you need to understand. Only this moment. And perhaps you'll become aware that every out-breath allows your shoulders to soften, your face to relax, your hands to become pleasantly still. Not because you're making it happen, but because that's simply what bodies often do. When minds begin to become peaceful. A few moments, I'll slowly count from 10 to 1, not because numbers possess any special power, but because they can become gentle markers, like walking down a familiar woodland path. Each another number an easy step, another opportunity simply to let go of whatever. Just anything that no longer needs your attention. 10, beginning the journey inward. 9, nothing to force. 8, allow yourself to become pleasantly absorbed. 7, comfortably aware, comfortably relaxed. 6, breathing easily. 5, halfway now. Perhaps already noticing that time is changing. 4, settling. 3, quietly drifting. 2, almost there. And 1. Resting now in that comfortable place between listening and simply experiencing, where the conscious mind can relax and the deeper wisdom within can listen in exactly the way it needs to as we continue together. From that place of calm and peace, I want you to become aware of, think about a path leading out into a forest. I don't know what that path looks like to you. So just be there now. See what you see, hear what you hear, feel what you feel. As you begin to walk down that path, each step bringing you closer to the woodland, to the forest. And I wonder what that path looks like to you. Up ahead, as you enter the edges of the forest, the path splits off. One way to the left, the other to the right. And I wonder, will you choose the left-hand path to develop a lasting awareness of that place of calm and balance within you? Or will you choose the right path to develop a lasting awareness of that place of calm and balance within you? Whichever way you choose to develop a lasting awareness of that place of calm and balance within you, take that path now. That's right. And your journey continues into the forest. See the things you see, hear the things you hear. Maybe even get a sense of the smells in the air, a feeling of the ground beneath you. As you continue on, that's right. Up ahead on the path, you notice a large rock, and on top of the large rock are 3 items. There is a ball. Notice how that appears to you. There is a ring. I don't know if it's gold or silver ring. And and there is a small, compact mirror. I'm wondering, will you choose the ball to develop a lasting awareness of that place of calm and balance within you? Will you choose the ring to develop a lasting awareness of that place of calm and balance within you? Or will you choose the small, compact mirror to develop a lasting awareness of that place of calm and balance within you? Whichever you choose now to develop a lasting awareness of that place of calm and balance within you, pick up that item. That's right. And you continue along the path. And up ahead you hear the sound of water, a little stream, babbling and bubbling away. And your path comes alongside that stream. And you come to a point where there's some stepping stones across to the other side. And I wonder, will you continue along the path that you're on to develop a lasting awareness of that place of calm and balance within you? Or will you choose to go across the stepping stones and join the other path to develop a lasting awareness of that place of calm and balance within you? Whichever you choose to develop a lasting awareness of that place of calm and balance within you, take that now, continuing on along that path that will lead to a lasting awareness of that place of calm and balance within you. You begin to pick up the faint smell of wood smoke, and the path comes to a clearing in the forest. In the centre of that is a little woodcutter's lodge, little chimney, smoke gently rising from a fire within. I don't know what that lodge looks like to you, but you step up to it. This is your space. I will not be joining you in there. And I don't know who or what awaits inside that lodge cottage that will allow you to develop a lasting awareness of that place of calm and balance within you. So enter in, step into there. Whatever's in there for you, whoever's in there for you, spend a while inside. That's right. Spend a little while longer just within that space that will allow you to develop a lasting awareness of that place of calm and balance within you. And so it's time to leave the hut. Give thanks to the space. Give thanks if there was somebody in there. And you slowly leave, stepping outside. And I'm wondering, as you step outside, you notice a second path. Will you take the original path back to where you started? To really develop now a lasting awareness of that place of calm and balance within you, because that is the path to take. Or will you choose the new path to follow, to develop that lasting awareness of that place and calm and balance within, because that is the path to take? Whichever path you take, choose now to develop that lasting awareness of that place of calm and balance within you, and start walking back. Back through the forest, back to the path, back to that place where you started. Now, I don't know what that is that you've brought back with you that will allow you to develop a lasting awareness of that place of calm and balance within you. And maybe you're not aware of that yet yourself, not consciously, but your unconscious mind knows that you can now develop a lasting awareness of that place of calm and balance within you. So as you approach that place from where you started, your unconscious mind will just make one thing different. Now, I don't know what that is that you can notice as you step into that space you started from. But as you notice that now, you can allow yourself to smile and know that you can thank and trust your unconscious mind. And as our time together begins to draw to a close, there's no need to leave behind anything that's been helpful. In fact, you may find that the calm, the clarity, or whatever has been useful for you today simply comes with you. Sometimes people imagine that they have to return to their day, and perhaps it's more accurate to say your day can now continue with a little more of you present within it. So begin to notice the room around you once again, the surface supporting you, the sounds nearby, the natural rhythm of your breathing, perhaps becoming aware of your fingers, your toes, maybe allowing a gentle stretch if that feels comfortable. In a moment, I'll count from 1 to 5, with each number bringing a little more energy back into your body, keeping everything worthwhile, returning refreshed, comfortably alert, and ready to continue the rest of the day with that wonderful awareness of that place of calm and balance within you. 1, bringing your awareness gently back. 2, a little more movement returning. 3, take a comfortable, refreshing breath. 4, eyes beginning to feel ready to open. And when you're ready to open your eyes and begin to develop a lasting awareness of that place of calm and balance within you, then and only then, open your eyes on 5. Eyes open, feeling refreshed, present, calm, and carry that sense of balance within you into whatever comes next. Take your time, there's no rush. Just notice how you feel before gently continuing with your day. So I hope you've enjoyed this session, and the next one will be Monday. I know for the chakras we were doing 3 a week, but we'll go back to our 2 a week for this one. So the final session of this one will be next Monday. have a think. If there's something else you want to look at, so if I can, we will. If I can't, we won't. Take care. Have a good one. See you soon. Bye bye.